Hello, welcome back to this channel. And today I will be reviewing graphic novels because I've been reading those a lot lately because they're very fun and very easy to read. And I love looking at the artwork. So that's what we're going to talk about, as you probably read in the title. And one book that is not a graphic novel, which is called Bitter, which is a prequel to Pet. So I hope you're looking forward to that. And once again, look at this beautiful book. This beautiful notebook. Sleeping Beauty. This is where I write my book reviews. And recently, I started adding stickers. Look at this. Wait, let me find my favorite page that I have stickers on. Here it is. Look at that. Is that pretty? At least I think it's pretty, and it makes it more fun writing these book reviews for me. I love stickers. Anyway, let's get this video started. So I read Gravity Falls, Lost Legends by Hirsch. It's a very short read, and it's a graphic novel, so very short. This is a little bit, let me see, not give too many spoilers. Okay, we'll do this one. So this is like what the inside looks like. I loved every single moment. It was just such a joy getting to read this. It was like 4 extra episodes that never got animated. And I really do wish they would have been animated. It would have been so fun to see it on the TV. Except one of them. I mean, it still would have been fun to see it, but it was really perfect here. It's called Comics Up, and they basically go into a comic book or a graphic novel, and that's why it works out so perfectly, like reading it on the page. It's so cool. But yeah, like definitely check this out if you haven't. Anybody who has seen Gravity Falls and loved it or even liked it, this is a must. I'm telling you, you will not regret it, and you're gonna wish there was more. Yeah, they're all really good. All 4 adventures, absolutely loved. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I mean, if you haven't noticed, I absolutely loved it. So as you could probably guess, 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, read it. Check it out. If you haven't seen the show, see the show. I'm certain you're gonna love it. It's a really good show, and it's only 2 seasons, so you're gonna be done with it so quick. Okay, so I don't remember too much about these 2 books because it's been a while since I read them, but the books is Lore Olympus by Rachel Smythe, and I reviewed these 2 other books in my previous videos. If you want, you can check that out. But yeah, this video I'm going to be talking about all of them. So for volume 3, I enjoyed it. I really did. I realized I really just like seeing the characters interact now. I think the series has grown on me. And yeah, one of my favorite characters in this volume was Mint. I think that's how you say it, maybe not. But she's a nymph. She's currently, well, spoiler, I guess, maybe. She is in a relationship with Hades, okay? And you realize that it's like a bit of a toxic relationship. And I feel like where it comes from for her toxic behavior, is her insecurities. And I feel like that's something she can work on. And I feel like she might, because she really cares about him. That's something I really remember realizing in this book. I was like, they really care for each other. But yes, Hades is not in love with her. Yeah, I think he just cares about her. But yeah, I mean, I always don't think they are going to make it work out because it's like their love story, so obviously. But I do really like Mint, and she feels very fleshed out. That's what I appreciate. And I'm going to check right now to see if there's any cool illustrations that stood out to me. And what I rated this was a 3 out of 5 stars. So the scores are going up by each volume. Okay, so I actually have 3 parts that really stood out to me within this volume. And before I say them, I just want to say maybe it is a little bit of a spoiler, but if you don't mind that, they're not major spoilers, then keep watching. But if you do mind it, you can skip ahead. I'll put a little time frame right here. Now's your chance to click ahead. All right. Okay, so one of my favorite parts is when Persephone first realizes that she can fly now. And this is when she almost kisses Hades because they were just chit-chatting away. And then all of a sudden she like almost kisses him, you know, she's in the fields. And then he asks if she realizes she's flying. I don't know. I just really like this part. Also because I feel like, you know, when you're about to kiss someone or something, you kind of feel very... I don't know, like kind of magical or something, and that's just what it's giving. I feel like the drawing very much shows what it feels like when you really want to kiss somebody or you feel like it's just you and them. But yeah. Okay. Another part I really like is when Eros tries to find out why Persephone's crying and he tells her, show me. And I mean, I think this is a beautiful illustration right here. And then just that like emotion right there. You can see that he absolutely feels everything she has felt and realizes it's terrible. It's horrible what she's gone through. And the last illustration that really stood out to me is this one right here, which shows the future. This is our future Persephone. Look at that. She looks beautiful and super powerful and not to be messed with. And I love that. Excited to see more of her in the future. Alright, so now on to volume 4 of Lore Olympus by Rachel Smythe. And yeah, this one I also liked. When I read this one, I realized, yeah, Mint and Hades should not be together. I don't think so. I don't know. It just feels like it'd be so messy if they really tried to work it out. Like, kudos to them if they would, but yeah. A certain scene that stuck out to me is when Mint is a bit upset and she's lashing out on Hades, and you just cut to a scene of his inner child, and his inner child does not feel safe. And I was like, oh no. I don't know, I just feel like in a relationship your inner child should feel, you know, very happy and like they could be themselves. Like this beautiful thing. So sad to see that scene. But yeah, something I did like about this volume was I feel like I got to see more of Persephone's like angry side, or like not to be messed with side. I feel like she's starting to stand up for herself more in uncomfortable situations, so I'm happy for her in that aspect. But yeah, I'm excited to read the rest of the books. Sorry I did not write notes about this one after I read it, so I don't remember too much about it, but I'm gonna take a quick look to see if there was any illustrations I liked about this volume, and if not, nothing really stood out to me, then we'll go on to a volume 5. Oh, and I gave this a 3.1 out of 5. Yes. I would say that this scene is the one that stuck out to me the most, just because I felt like it was like pretty cute. It was like a nice little side mission for them, and yeah, I never thought I was gonna see them in scrubs, so there you go. Also, her little ponytail is so cute. So I finished reading all the Lore Olympus books by Rachel Smythe that are available. Volume 8 is not out yet, and I am very excited to read it. Yeah, I don't have any of the physical books with me anymore because, I mean, I checked them out from my local library, and I did not film my book review like right after I read it. Not at all. So that's on me, because I do enjoy showing the books up to the camera. I just think it's pretty satisfying to watch. At least I always like to see that in book reviews. But we don't have that today, so instead I'm just gonna read from my notes because I do not remember much about these books at the moment. Like I remember things that happen and stuff, but I don't remember what happened in which book. So this is not going to be that detailed, unfortunately. And right here I just combined 5, 6, and 7, volume 5, 6, and 7, because these were the ones that I read and did not write about for like a month or something like that. So yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I just wrote that I really love seeing the characters interact. As I had already mentioned, felt like I was watching a TV show. Really did. I didn't feel like I was reading. Yeah, and I'm dying to read volume 8. It like ended like on a cliffhanger. So yeah, once that comes out, I'm gonna order it. So that is my review on Lore Olympus. Oh, and I just gave all of those a 4 out of 5. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what I was thinking, like a 4 point what, but they all got like 4 for sure. Yeah, definitely check out Lore Olympus, you know. I would say, well, for me, by volume 3, I was like a fan, so maybe you want to try to get to that point. If you want to stop at volume 1, hey, do you. Or if you just don't want to pick it up, that's alright too, but I think you may like it. Give it a chance up till volume 3, and if you want to keep going, keep going. But yeah, that's my little review on Lore Olympus. So, another graphic novel I read is Creepy Cat by Cotton Valent. I just think that's crazy that they put the sticker right where it's the author's name. I do. Anyway, let me read the little blurb for you right here. It says, "My life with Creepy Cat. Flora moves into a mysterious mansion and finds it inhabited by a strange creature, Creepy Cat. Thus begins her bizarre and sometimes dangerous life with the feline roommate. This gothic comedy brings the chuckles and the chills." So this is like a YA graphic novel, and I was extremely excited to read this because I love cats. I have my own little kitty cat, and I was expecting going into this to find it adorable and funny, and I mean obviously a bit creepy, and this cat is a little creepy at times. I can see it, but I didn't laugh as much as I was hoping. But I am definitely going to check out the other volumes. There's 4 in total. And yeah, let me show you a little bit of the inside, what it looks like. Here it is. And yeah, I expect there to be more plot. But it felt more like just comic strips. And there's like an underlying plot, which I'm wondering if it's going to be more present in the other volumes. But yeah, I mean, I guess the plot right now is she moves into this mansion and she finds this cat, and she's finding out, I believe she's gonna find out where this cat came from. Yeah. Anyway, I will keep you updated on the other volumes. I am waiting for them in the library. I already ordered them. But yeah, my rating was a 2.5 out of 5. Simply because, I mean, I didn't feel super invested. It was like a very quick read. It's very short, and I mean, it is a graphic novel. I like chuckled maybe 2 times, but that was it. But yeah, I don't know. I just like expected more from it. More humor, more action, I guess. I don't know, but I could see this getting better in the next volumes. Like, this is just setting up the story, you know? But yeah, I mean, I would tell anybody who's a fan of, like, gothic horror, cats, graphic novels to check it out. Yeah, I think there could be something there for you. Another book I do not have with me at the moment is Bitter by Akwaeke Emezi, and this is the prequel to Pet, which I had already done a book review before. So if you want to check that out on my channel, I think I'll link it in my bio. Yeah, the description. What is it called? Yeah, I think you know what I mean. Anyway, I enjoyed this book. It's good. It's a YA novel, and well, Pet, the first one, it's a world with no monsters, right? And then a monster, or something that looks like a monster, comes out of a painting, and our main character has to decide if she's gonna... So yeah, the monster says, there's monsters here, I'm here to hunt them, and she has to decide if she wants to help or not. So that's all I'll say about Pet for now. If you want to know more about it, check out the book review, check out the book. It's good. I don't think you'll regret it. Anyway, I was very excited to find out about the prequel, because the prequel is about the mother who has the ability, who paints and has the ability to make her paintings come to life with a little bit of blood. So we get to follow her for the first time that something like Pet, something that looks like that big and like a monster, comes to life from one of her paintings. So we got to follow that journey and see some of the characters that we saw in the first book. And yeah, I really did enjoy this book. One of the things I loved about Pet, the first one, was the descriptions about Pet themselves, like the parents. I always felt like I could very much see it in my mind, and I felt like it was terrifying. And this one, our monster is called Vengeance, and terrifying, just as like Pet. I still find Pet more terrifying because within the painting itself, the mom paints her own hands, and it looks like, if I remember correctly, claws are coming out of those hands, like it's wearing the mom's hands, you know. And I find that like so fucking scary. Oh my god. Yeah, so let's just cut that out. So yeah, I find that very scary. It being the hands of the mom, and we don't have something like that with Vengeance. But the thing about Vengeance, Vengeance is out for blood, as you can tell with the name. And when Bitter paints Vengeance and she's pouring her blood on the painting, she says, "Come out and play." So that influences the motives that Vengeance has once Vengeance comes into Bitter's world. So yeah, this world felt much darker, which makes sense because this is a world where there are monsters, right? There are evil people, compared to in the book Pet, the monsters were hidden, not in plain sight, and it was believed that they didn't exist anymore. For this one, Bitter, the book, I was interested in the characters, because one of the problems I had with Pet was I was more interested in the world than the characters. I felt like I had a general idea of who they were, but not really. I didn't feel as invested. Like I cared a bit about them, but not as much as I wanted to. And I feel with Bitter, I do care about the characters and I care about the world, and I was pretty much interested in all of it. And my rating was a 4 out of 5 stars. And I would say if you enjoyed Pet, check out Bitter. You will not regret it. Alright, and now for the outro. Okay, so thanks for watching if you made it this far. And let me know your favorite books, any books you recommend, any books you absolutely despise or like not worth your time. If that's what you believe, you know, I am interested in hearing your opinions. Also, let me know if you have read any of these books. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me, or if you're now interested in reading some of those books, because that would make me really happy. Alright, so I hope you have a great night or day, whatever time it is for you that you're watching this. Take care and see you soon.